I'm Marybeth, Paddle Adventure, and today we're going to talk about cleaning your paddleboard. Cleaning and maintaining your paddleboard will help prevent premature wear and give it a longer life. Plus, it'll help keep the aquatic ecosystem healthy. Here are the tools you'll need to clean your paddleboard. 1. Fresh water. The easiest thing to use is a backyard hose like this one, or if you are lucky enough to have a freshwater tap at your paddling site, bringing a hose to hook onto that, or a bucket will also work really well. I've also seen portable tanks that go in your car that you can pump and use as a hose. Alternatively, you can use your bathtub or shower. I do this in the winter time when I don't have access to a backyard hose. Whatever it is, fresh water is needed in order to fully clean off your paddleboard. 2. Soap. You don't always need to use soap to clean your paddleboard, but it's good to do every once in a while to give it a good clean or to get off stubborn stains and dirt. I use Subscrub, which is a UK-based company that makes biodegradable soaps for cleaning your paddleboard. They also make a bunch of other different products, including a concentrated packet of soap so that it's easier to ship and you're reducing on plastic. You can use other biodegradable soaps. I've used water and vinegar. There's inflatable boat cleaner. Whatever you decide to use, be sure to test a small patch on your deck pad of your board and the PVC before you go nuts and clean the whole thing. A little soap goes a long way. 3. A soft or microfiber cloth to clean and scrub your paddleboard. 4. A soft bristled brush. This will help reach hard to get places, such as the grooves in your deck pad, the dimples in PVC of inflatable paddleboards, handles, fin box, mounts, etc. 5. A magic eraser or a regular rubber eraser. These are great for inflatable paddleboards to buff out and erase any difficult stains on the PVC. 6. A towel. This will help dry off your board at the very end. Before we begin, you want to make sure you're cleaning your board on a surface that isn't going to have any debris, either sweeping off a driveway, putting down a towel, or putting down a tarp. All right, let's get to work. Step 1, setting up your cleaning area. Because it's wet and dirty on my backyard, I'm gonna set down the tarp. With inflatable paddleboards, you can either clean them when they're inflated or deflated. It's a little bit easier to clean them when they're inflated, so you can get at all of the sides more evenly. I've inflated the paddleboard to roughly 3 psi to give it the shape. Before we start hosing down the board, you want to make sure that the inflatable paddleboard valve is shut. If you're tight on space or have to clean your paddleboard in the bathtub or shower, just keep it loosely rolled so you can get in and around all of the paddleboard. Before we rinse it down with fresh water, remove any item that is attached to your board, such as your fin, camera mounts. You can leave the leash attached as long as you can clean in and around and the leash itself. Check for mud, plant debris, aquatic life. This is especially important to check once you come off the water and leave any of those items behind at that location. This will help prevent cross-contamination of aquatic ecosystems. What I like to do is bring a towel to wipe down as much water, dirt, debris as possible before packing up, putting it in my car, and rinsing and cleaning my board when I get home. Let's spray her down. It's especially important to pay close attention to areas on your board where plants or mud debris can get caught, such as your straps, your handles, in and around the grooves of your deck pad, mounts, and your fin box. Hosing off with fresh water is especially important if you're paddling in salt water. Salt water can cause corrosion, and you want to eliminate all of the salt and salt water from your board and all of your equipment after each use. Before you use soap, and if you need to, take one of your soft cloths and give the board a wipe down. When using soap, you first want to clean off the board like we just did with fresh water to ensure there's no sand or grit or any kind of debris on the board. And it also wets the board, allowing the soap to lather and spread more easily. Spray a little bit of soap in the areas that need it most. Or use a cloth and spray in the cloth. Nice circular motion. Place more cleaning solution in areas that need it the most and use your scrub brush. Having the paddleboard inflated makes it easier to clean the outside rails. Don't forget to do your fin box and the other side of your board. I often find that the nose and the tail outside of the board gets dirty, as this is the area that hits where you're launching or exiting from. Once you're done lathering and scrubbing with soap, give it a rinse with fresh water again. Once you're done hosing off your paddleboard, clean your board up to allow all the excess water to drain off. Use a towel to help dry the board. Now, place the board in a cool, dry area out of the sun in order for it to dry completely. Don't forget to check, clean, and rinse all of your other equipment like your PFD, leash, fins, dry bag, and paddle. If you have an adjustable or a 3-piece paddle, be sure that you're taking apart all of its parts and rinsing everywhere. Pay extra attention to all the bits and pieces, especially when it comes to salt water. Let it dry before you put it back together. Try and avoid putting your equipment and paddleboard into direct sunlight to let it dry. Watch out for animals with your equipment. I've made the mistake of leaving my paddleboard out to dry in the backyard, and a neighborhood cat came and scratched up my deck pad. Clearly, I wasn't pleased. Find a cool, well-ventilated area to fully dry before packing anything up. That's a wrap on cleaning your paddleboard. If you liked this video, found it helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Until next time, happy adventuring.